Shifting focus completely to tell you that Bharat has sealed a place in the semi-finals of the Cricket World Cup 2023. An emphatic rout of Sri Lanka at the Wankhede. 302 runs is the margin of victory for Bharat. Sri Lanka bowled out for just 55 runs. So the 2011 champions become the first team into the semi-final of the Cricket World Cup 2023 on a day when Sachin Tendulkar was sitting in the stands watching, just as a statue to him was unveiled yesterday, on a day when the team posted 357 for 8. Sri Lanka bowled out for just 55 runs. Mohammed Shami helping himself to yet another fifer. K. Srinivas Rao was at the Wankhede with us on the phone line, our group editor sports. Srini, it didn't even go up to 100 runs. Bowled out for just 4 more from the Asia Cup final. Srini, can you hear me? He must be in the thick of all the things. Yes, Srini, what a win for India. What a win for India. Bumrah, Siraj, Shami just riding roughshod over the entire Sri Lankan batting lineup, and Jadeja helping himself to the final wicket.
Well, Indian attack is actually both different level.
We will try and connect with K. Srinivas Rao and also Sahil Malhotra, who are there, both of them from Cricket Next in the News18 network, who are present at the Wankhede watching the game. And clearly, much more was expected out of Sri Lanka, who are just coming off a loss to Afghanistan in their previous fixture. It was do or die for the Sri Lankans. Their Champions Trophy qualification for 2025 in jeopardy, and they're virtually knocked out of the Cricket World Cup 2023. And 7 out of 7 for India, and Team India become the first team to get into the semi-finals of the Cricket World Cup 2023. Let's listen to the fans.
बाकी है धोनी सेमीफाइनल सेमीफाइनल
These are Mohammed Shami's stats for today. 5 overs, 5 wickets, 18 runs. Phenomenal. In just 3 matches, he's taken 14 wickets, ladies and gentlemen. What a phenomenal performance by Mohammed Shami. But it was Jasprit Bumrah who set the tone. He's got 1 for 8, but that wicket itself set the tone. And then Siraj came in and took 2 wickets in the first over that Mohammad Siraj bowled. Shami was on a hat-trick at one point in time. It was a decimation of the Sri Lankan batting by the Indian bowlers. So well bowled Bharat is what we can say again. K. Srinivas Rao back with us. What was that Wankhede pitch suddenly when the Indian bowlers came on to bowl?
It was definitely not a very bad wicket, I mean, after you saw the Sri Lankan innings, it looked like, it was kind of looking at a two-faced wicket into making. You thought batting would be extremely difficult, but this Sri Lankan lineup just catapulted from, the first over itself. I think mentally he had given up. The moment India crossed 350 runs, mentally I think the opposition had given up. So, I think it showed right from the beginning when they came to the crease, the intent to just stand there was not around. And I think with the kind of attack that India has at its disposal, we just ate into it further.
India was 2 for 3 against Australia at the Asia Cup. There was a different response. Sri Lanka was 2 for 2 here at the Cricket World Cup. A very different response. Was it purely because of the pressure and the aura that the likes of Bumrah and Siraj built at the top, and then Shami follows through with an act which is nothing short of a masterpiece, Srini?
combination, Anand, of too many things. If we go to see in Chennai when we survived, it was our batting was a talking point, and very clearly we had the arsenal. We had the arsenal. It was a lower target. We had arsenal to stand there and deliver, which is what we did, and our batsmen
Yeah,
showed a
the
lot of
ODI series
responsibility.
against Australia. I stand corrected. Yes.
But,
Yeah.
but here, what you are watching, this decimation, you're looking at the finest ever attack that India has ever presented at the World Cup. This attack is next level bowling. Kind of the three players you're looking at is I don't think any team anywhere in the world and across any form is looking at an attack this potent right now. And to unleash an attack like this on a depleted Sri Lankan side, already under the burden of 350 plus runs, this was not going to go anywhere. And then you lose a wicket right in the first over, first ball, and then you're gone. Mentally it's a big scar, and very naturally they couldn't recover out of it.
No, Kushal Mendes fails, Asalanka fails, Angelo Matthews gets to double figures, but then he's also not able to score runs. 5 of the Sri Lankan batters out for a duck. This is a repeat of the Asia Cup final. Are Sri Lanka so scarred, or have you just seen India up their game, batting and bowling? For a pitch like this, which the Sri Lankans struggled, the Indian batsmen and India batting first put up 357. So what then talks about the class of Shubman Gill, Virat Kohli, and of course Shreyas Iyer?
See, the batting, where batting is concerned, for Sri Lanka, for India, it was a personal high that they wanted, going into the more important matches. They have to face South Africa next, then they are heading to the semi-final, and God forbid we play the semi-final here at the same venue against a team like Australia. I mean, we'll need a big appetite. So it was important to use this opportunity to whet that appetite, try and see how many runs you could put on board batting first. I still think they could have gone beyond 350 plus. They could have gone beyond 375 had, some quick dismissals not happened. That, we can keep the discussion to another day. But so far, India's story in the World Cup has not been about the batters. It's been about the bowlers. Yeah. And once again today we realize why it is so much about these bowlers.
When India bowls first, they keep the opposition inside of 300, and when they are actually defending a total, even against England, we did not get a very big score, but then they bundled England out inside 130 runs. So that's the class of our bowling this time around. Arguably perhaps the best ever in recent times, at least since the 2011 Cricket World Cup. Over the last 4 World Cups, this perhaps is our best bowling lineup at the world stage at a multilateral tournament.